Welcome to A&B Jukebox Repair, your one-stop source for Rowe Jukebox repair service and replacement parts. My name is Bruce Wentworth, and I'll be your instructor today. We also want to welcome you to a Jukebox Repair video series, You Can Do It. Today's session is going to be on how to remove a Rowe CD amplifier out of a Rowe CD model jukebox. And the amplifier we're going to remove today, you're going to find it in most of the models, okay? I would say 80% of the models have this amplifier. So we're going to go to a demonstration over here, and I'm going to show you step by step how to remove the amplifier and then also how to install it, okay? So we're going to go over here now. This is a standard Rowe CD amplifier. It's 250 watts stereo amp, okay? And again, you're going to find this in 80% of the models. So the first thing we're going to do, again, this is a pretty heavy amp. It weighs 22 pounds, okay? And we're going to show you basically how the amp, how to unplug it, and then how to remove it, and then how to install it. This is the AC cord. This goes into the power supply, which you'll see mounted next to it or against the back wall. Okay, you'll see this brings in 110 volts, okay, from the power supply to the amplifier. And we're going to unplug this first. I'm just going to grab the cord, wiggle it back and forth, and then again, slide it right out. The next plug we're going to remove is called the mute plug, and this has two tabs, one on either side. These are like locking tabs, so you have to push on each tab at the same time, wiggle it straight out, just like that. The next one is the speaker output transformer plug, and this has two tabs, but these are vertical, one on top, one on the bottom, so you got to squeeze them together, wiggle it like this, and slide it right out. Okay, the next thing is going to go over to the jumper. You're going to see on the CD amp, the wires are facing down. On the record amp, it's reversed. The wires are facing up. You're not going to take this off. We're going to leave that on. The next thing is the volume control. I want you to pay note of the way the plug is plugged in. Okay, the purple wire is facing inside the jukebox. If you take this out and invert it and plug it upside down like this with the purple wire facing out, you'll have no sound. Okay, so the slots on this one have to be facing down with the solid part up, and the purple wire is facing inside the jukebox, so we're going to take that out. And then the last plug is the the RCA jacks, which brings the input signal from the mechanism over to the amplifier. Okay, so we're going to take out those and just pull them straight off. Okay, if your amplifier, these are mounted on the wall like this, and they're also sitting on pins. See these two holes here, and you got two holes over here. Okay, these are so you can position it either on the inside or this one here. I usually put them on this one here to move it closest into the wall. These are screws. Not all the amp have screws. These are hold down screws to keep it from falling off the wall. If you're moving a jukebox, you got one over here. Okay, you'll need a 1/4-inch socket or ball nut driver, which I have right here, to take those out before you can remove the amplifier. So before you actually move the amplifier, remove those screws and leave them off if you're not going to be moving the jukebox, and leave them out. I would just leave them out. Okay, so if those are out and all the plugs are unplugged, now you can just grab the handle, put your hand under the transformer, get as close as you can, lift up, and pull straight off. Okay, so that's how you remove an amplifier. That's an example. So now we're going to go ahead and install the amplifier. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to be lifting it up, putting it up on the wall, sliding it onto the pins. One here, and it'll be one here. Okay, one here. So here and here. So you're going to lift it up, slide on the pin, and have it locked down. Okay, and then what I like to do is start outside, inside now. I'm going to go ahead and do the AC signal. You have AC plugs here, one here. The RCA plugs, not AC, RCA plugs. We got those plugged in. The next thing will be the volume control. Remember we talked about the purple wire has to be facing in. If you don't, you'll have no sound. Okay, then we're going to go over here to the speaker output transformer plug. Remember, okay, you can't misplug these in. If you go to plug it in the other way, invert it, you can't plug it in. These plugs have flats on one side, on the bottom, on one end, and the other end's rounded. So there's only one way it'll go in. So just remember that when you're plugging it in, just go ahead and feel it so it slides in, and then push all the way on. The last plug is the mute plug, and this has a flat too on couple of the places. See, those have flats, so you can't misplug it in. Okay, if it doesn't go in one way, don't force it. Just turn it around and feel it. It should slide right on, lock in. So that's all there is to installing a Rowe CD amplifier. So right now we're going to pause for right now, and we're going to bring you over to a jukebox and show you how we actually do it at jukebox. Okay, don't forget one thing. I forgot. Don't forget to plug in the AC cord into your power supply. That's the last thing. If you don't, you'll have no sound. Okay, so let's go over to the jukebox and we'll actually do one. Okay, we're going to pause. Hi. Okay, we're back. Okay, this is a Rowe CD 100D jukebox with the door that's been removed. We do this for testing purposes, so we can get in there and test components out real fast and easy. Okay, so this is the amplifier. And usually it has a compartment here with a door, a cover in the door. We remove these two doors, okay? So now, this is the pins I was telling you about, these metal pins. You have one over here and one over here, okay? You remember that? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is unplug the power cord. We're gonna grab it, wiggle it up and down, and pull straight out. Okay, you got that? That's out. The next thing you're going to do is go over to the mute plug. Remember the two locking tabs? You push on each side and wiggle straight out. This is the output transformer plug. You push on the two tabs, wiggle up and down, come straight out. You don't touch the jumper plug. You leave that one on. This is the volume control plug. You're going to slide that straight out. Remember the purple wire is going in like that. Then you have the RCA jacks here for plugs that come in from the mechanism, brings the signal in, and you can slide those off. So it's all disconnected. So what you're going to do now is you're going to get close to it, and you're going to grab the handle, you're going to get your hand underneath it, you're going to lift up and slide right out. That's all there is to it. Okay, now we're going to reverse it, and we're going to slide it in. When you go to slide it in, remember what I was telling you about the plugs. Make sure they're out of the way, and again, it's kind of heavy, and then slide onto the pins, and it'll lock down and fall into place. Okay, I'm going to go, and I'm going to start from the outside here. I'm going to do the RCA jacks. They go in one way. If you invert these, go red on top, black on the bottom, it's not going to make any difference. Okay, so now we're going to go to the volume control plug with make sure the purple wire is facing in. All right. The next thing you're going to do is go to the speaker output transformer plug. You're going to grab it, and you're going to, if it doesn't go in, turn it upside down, because do not force it in. It should slide in just like that. Push all the way on. The last plug is the mute plug, and we're going to go ahead and plug this in. And like I told you before, do not force it. If it should slide right on, push it on till it locks. The last thing is the AC plug. You're going to go ahead and slide that in, and that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to finish right here, Bob. So, that's all there is to installing a Rowe CD amplifier into a Rowe CD model jukebox. My name is Bruce Wentworth. It's been a pleasure having you here for this session. We hope you join us again in the future. Goodbye.